All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Commissioner Coach 704 here. We're joined with the Rams, Agape. I don't know how the hell you say it.
Agape.
Okay, there you go. We're going to do the draft recap show. And in the interest of time, since the college football playoffs going, we're going to stick to the first round. So I'm going to look at these picks, and Agape, you just kind of chime in whenever you want here.
All right. Trying to get to your feed.
All right, so the Colts took Chase Young at number 1. Obviously, he's a beast. There's not much else you can say about that.
Basically.
I mean, he's got discipline penalty trait along with all the other traits you want in a pass rusher. Then he's got, good block shed. You can play him inside at D tackle if you wanted to, or on the end. He's just amazing.
No brainer. Absolute no brainer. If he took anybody else, he was a fool.
He wasn't a fool. Now this one, I don't know. Jalen Hurts. We'll look at him. He does have a hidden trait, but he's 68 overall.
Wasn't that a computer pick?
I don't know if he set his draft board or not. I don't think the computer would have. Well, I don't know if the computer would have took Jalen Hurts at number 2.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say. I mean, he can run. He's got 88 speed, 90 acceleration, and the 76 carry will help a lot when he's running, because I'll tell you now, Cam has 70 carrying, and he just drops the fucking ball about every third time I run with him.
I mean, that's not terrible. He can work with that. The only thing that's going to be a problem is that 88 throw power.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a problem. I would have think it would have been a little bit higher, but.
Well, we'll see what he does with him. He is a college football player, so I expect to see some option and zone read in there.
I hope so, because shit.
Raiders took Jerry Jeudy, speed guy, hidden trait, and this is a good pick at number 3. I think this guy can make an immediate impact for this team.
Yeah. Very smart pick. I mean, it's a can't miss pick. I mean, what else do you want?
I don't know. It's got everything I want. I mean, you got the speed and acceleration, the agility, all the traits, fight for yards, all hits cover ball. His kick return's a little low. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I mean,
extremely good route running.
Yeah. I mean,
extremely good.
This is a very, very good pick for the Raiders right here at number 3. Good job. All right, Grant Delpit, strong safety for the Eagles at 4 overall. This is the LSU guy. Why don't you go ahead and talk about him?
Well, I will say Grant Delpit, good pick. Obviously the number 1 safety on the board for sure. If you watch college football this season, he's definitely probably the top safety in college football. But like in real life, his play has dropped off, but I think that's due to injuries. I don't know if it's reflected in his Madden attributes, but I mean, he's a good pick. You can 83 zone coverage. That's what you want in a free safety. Nice speed to get over the top if he's playing down. I mean, that's what you want. 88 pursuit. That's what you want. The only thing that you would like a little bit more is tackle to be a little bit higher. And you will maybe want his catching to be a little bit higher as well. But for a safety at 72, I mean, you can't. That's the best you can get.
Yeah. I think, this is a guy that, will do a really good job, for the Eagles. And they desperately needed this. This is a smart pick for the Eagles. You look at their secondary, they desperately needed this. Now, this right here, Henry Ruggs III for the Lions. I mean, hidden trait. Only 74 overall, but when you look at him, my goodness, this is a John Ross, Tyreek Hill clone right here.
Yeah. That's who I wanted to get it. I was hoping he fell to 6. 98 speed, 98 acceleration. I mean,
Well, even on top,
95 jumping.
yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I mean, he's got the aggressive catch trait on top of that, so this guy is going
High
to
motor,
be.
covers the ball on all hits. I mean, even though Jerry Jeudy is a better route runner, I almost believe Ruggs was the number one receiver in this draft.
Yeah. I mean, it's real close, but I mean, when you get to 98, I mean, that's a difference.
Yeah, that changes the game for sure. That changes the game for sure.
So, he's got a good young quarterback, and, I expect him and Ruggs to be best friends for the rest of this Madden. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, your guy. Go ahead.
The first pick, it was hard. I didn't know where I really, really wanted to go. I know I needed defensive end for sure, and I needed a speed rusher because I have Aaron Donald, who is speed and power. I have Aaron Lynch on the inside, who's a little bit older, but he can be my power rusher. So I really needed that guy to come off the edge, and to get somebody with Gross Matos, his skills. 86 speed, 87 acceleration, 82 finesse move, which we can easily build up. This was the pick. This was 100% the pick. He's a little weak, but hopefully through training that can pick up a little bit. But most of the elite pass rushers on Madden, their strength isn't high anyway. So we are hoping that this dude turns into a superstar very quickly. He has a hidden trait, I believe. So hopefully that is a superstar. Hopefully it's an X factor. We'll see. But it was a need pick, but also for me it was best player available. So it succeeded in two major categories for me.
All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
And at 21 years old, he'll be around for a very long time.
Oh, absolutely. Steelers, this was a computer pick. Computer did well picking DeAndre Swift. Hidden trait, 74 overall. And you look at his attributes, speed, acceleration, agility. He's going to be a very good running back. Has fight for yards on top of that. And he can catch out the backfield also. This is a guy that I think would be a good complement for Connor that's there now. So, any thoughts on Swift?
I don't know if Steelers set his draft board. I haven't talked to him. He's a new guy in the league, and he's new to the franchise mode and how it goes. I didn't necessarily like the pick. I like the player, but I don't like the pick. Just for the reason that he already has Connor. And DeAndre Swift isn't a big enough game changer to warrant the pick here. But I just wish he set his draft board. That's to everybody listening, to everybody in the league. If you watch this, if you know what number your pick is, at least have that many guys on your draft board, so you at least get someone you want.
There you go.
So here the player isn't bad. It just for need, I think there were a bunch of other players that could have been chosen that would have been more of an impact player right now. Though DeAndre Swift is clearly the guy of the future.
All right, there it is. Dylan Moses for the Patriots, middle linebacker, 74 overall. Like everyone else, he's got a hidden trait. Good speed, good acceleration, good tackle. I mean, he's a good middle linebacker. Got some good traits with him. I mean, he's a good player. Good player.
Easily number one middle linebacker in his class. I think this was more for need. I still think there were more impact players available, but 87 speed. I don't know if I don't think he's a great user, but 87 speed, 89 acceleration. He'll probably have at least star development. Hopefully superstar, because he was a superstar at Alabama before getting hurt.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he can develop into. I mean, definitely a good pick. But I think the Patriots have a few holes, so they could have went anywhere. So getting Dylan Moses was still a great pick.
All right. Isaiah Simmons, strong safety for the Vikings. Number 9 overall. Oh, man, 6'4", 225 from Clemson. 77 overall. Look at the speed and acceleration. Good zone coverage. Tackle and hit power is good.
God
He's
damn,
got big
6'4".
hair. Yeah.
Shit.
I would love to see his jump rating. I don't see it on the screen, but if his jump rating's good, this could be a guy when you play in those sub packages would be a terror over the middle of the defense. But overall, I think this is an awesome pick right here at number 9.
I think that's more than awesome. I think this was the pick for the Vikings. This was it. At number 9, to get this guy with these attributes, 6'4", 90 speed, at safety, 87 hit power. I mean, that's an absolute. Because normally when you see a strong safety, their zone coverage is usually bad.
Yep.
With his zone coverage being a 76, you have a lot to work with already. Play recognition, 70, block shedding 71. That's better than a lot of linebackers already.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this is absolutely was the pick for the Vikings.
All right. Joe Burrow, Buccaneers. I guess Jameis Winston is done. Smart move.
Yeah.
Throw power is a little lower than I thought it would be, but he's got good accuracy. He's got decent enough speed. And now I'm gonna go on a little rant here. You see his carrying 71. His damn carrying's higher than Cam Newton. I mean, what the hell? I mean, come on, Madden. Are you serious?
Did Cam's carrying go down?
No, it's always been 70. It's a bunch of bullshit, this is why he's not my quarterback anymore. But anyway, this is not about Cam Newton. Go ahead on Burrow before I get on the tangent.
I would say I'm surprised his stats are a little under what I thought they would be. Even with the draft class being imported, I guess a couple of months ago, months ago, whatever. I still would have thought that his stats would have been a little bit better. Like he would have been the clear-cut number 1 quarterback. But when you need a quarterback, you got to get you a quarterback. The 89 throw power will hurt a little bit. He shipped off Mike Evans, so he may go to more a medium passing game. I know he likes to run the ball as well. So, good pick. He's definitely going to need a little bit of work to turn him into the superstar we know Joe Burrow to be.
Yeah, and I don't mind facing him in Carolina while he's developing. He's talked about speed. He wants to throw it deep, so that 89 throw power is going to hurt. But through development, that may go up a little bit too. So, Saints picked a guy. Shane Lamutis is a CPU pick. We won't spend much time on him. He's a left guard. Run block's a little disappointing, but he can pass block. You might move him to tackle because of that, but I'm glad the Saints, didn't get a great guy here. on a selfish note. All right, let's go to the next guy. Jake Fromm, Cowboys. So I know you got something to say on this. Normal development at number 12 when we were all getting
Cowboys,
hidden traits.
I don't know what the hell you were thinking, what you were smoking. I know Rick James say cocaine's a hell of a drug, but you done lost your damn mind taking Jake Fromm with this pick. You had Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa sitting there waiting for you to pick them, and you go with Jake Fromm. 71 speed, so you got a pocket quarterback that can't do much. His throw power isn't high, so you won't be able to throw the ball deep to Amari Cooper. What were you thinking? Like, I want you to tell me what was the thinking behind going after Jake Fromm. You could have easily got him in the second round. This makes no sense on any level. Like, no. Hopefully you can go into a play action game. His play action is 81 already. with his short and medium accuracy being 86 and 83 respectively. So hopefully if you go into a play action game, you'll be very much more effective. Their break sack at 70. You better be ready for that naked bootleg, because that sounds like Fumble City. So I don't get this pick. Not with Tua still on the board. If you went for need, but you could have went for need and best player available and got Tua. I just don't understand this one at all.
So the Lions user just love to point out Jake Fromm has 73 carrying. 3 points better than Cam Newton. That's awesome. Thank you for pointing that out and pissing me off all over again. I appreciate that. All right. First, the Falcons mini picks. Left tackle Andrew Thomas. 75 overall, hidden development trait. I think this is probably the best lineman overall available. Yeah. You look at him, he's got the good strength. He's got some good traits. I think this guy can be a franchise left tackle. That's pretty much no doubt here.
Absolutely. Easily the best lineman in this class. And actually, the Rams were in a trade with the Falcons where I dropped to 26 and he picked up the 13th pick. And he went for position of need. The Falcons roster is very, very, very depleted. So, need and best player available. He could have went anywhere and made himself a better football team. But he's definitely going to need a little bit of work to be that premier left tackle. But with 90 strength, impact blocking already at 82, there's a lot of things you can build upon here. At 75 overall, he's probably already in the top 30% of left tackles already in on Madden. So
yeah, top 23%. Yep.
Definitely. Oh, I couldn't even see it. So definitely a good pick. Because Falcons could have went anywhere, and they decided to go with protecting their blind side. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, in the middle of the first round, I agree with you. Ravens made a CPU pick, Marcus Bailey. We'll look at him real quick. 71 overall, got a hidden trait, of course. Pretty good, running hit linebacker. Needs to work on block shed a little bit. But he's got big hitter, high motor. I mean, those are some good traits right there. And Cody, I know, will work with those really well. Dolphins was excited to get A.J. Epinesa. I hope I'm saying that right.
Said it better than I did.
I mean, 6'6", 280, 21, 77 overall. Of course, hidden trait. And then you look at him, he's very good. I like the strength, speed, acceleration, and power move with the block shed. Once again, this is another one of those guys you can move around. You can play him inside and be more than fine, or you can move him outside where he's got him right now and play the end position.
I agree with you. When I was picking at 6, this guy, A.J. Epinesa, whatever his name is, and the guy selected Grato Mos, whatever his name was. I deliberated really hard on which of these guys I wanted. To me, they both were on the same level. Just the guy that I chose was a speed guy. This guy's more of a power guy. And so for the Dolphins to get this guy at this pick, I thought was incredibly smart. Incredible. High strength. Decent speed at 79. That's not terrible. As you said, he can't be inside or outside. Block shading is already at 80. Power move already at 86. So being able to rush the passer already, he got an impact player that will start from day one. Great pick. There's no way around the great pick.
Yeah, and me personally, the way I play my defense, I'd move him inside. The D tackle, and you put 2 speed guys around him, single this guy up, and he can go to work.
I agree.
Jaguars take a right tackle, Tristan Wirfs, hidden trait guy. Morale's showing he's a little low, but that's just a scheme fit. That's all that is. Um, 91 strength. He's got some decent attributes to work with off the gate, and I think this is another franchise type guy right here. Um, and I see your comment, Dolphins, and I'm just speaking in general. I don't know your full roster. What's your thoughts on this guy right here?
I do agree with the pick. He definitely needed an offensive lineman, and everywhere else he already has impact players. He's good at tight end, good at running back. He's good at wide receiver, good on defense at every level, defensive line especially. So this made the most sense. I still, even at this stage, there are still more impactful players, but when you're able to get need and get best player available, is always the best pick to go. He didn't need anything else, just to be quite frank. There's nothing else that was needed for him. So to get this guy who can be a franchise guy with just a little bit of training, it was a great pick, honestly, great pick. I would probably move him to left tackle since his pass block is already at 83. That lead block scares me just a little bit. Even with the morale being -1, there'll probably be 71, maybe 72. But I mean, good pick. He went for need and best player available, so you can't really default that right there.
Yeah, I don't know how the Jaguars lose, to be honest. I said that the other day.
Especially the defensive line, having Ngakoue and Josh Allen is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I played him year one. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
The Bears, Siwo Nilulia, I don't know.
Olanalua.
Him. Yeah. Hidden trait 65 overall. Power back. I mean, he looks, with the speed and acceleration, it's good for a power back, but is this a first round pick?
I hated this pick. I hated it. With Travis Etienne still on the board and Keyshawn Vaughn still on the board, I hated this pick. No impact. You basically got a run-of-the-mill average NFL running back with your first round pick. I hated it.
It didn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, he's got, Tariq Cohen, there already. And, there are some other places, we talked about in the preview show yesterday that the Bears could have went, and to pick a complimentary back in the middle of the first round is kind of crazy.
I would have liked the Bears to get Okwara, the outside linebacker from Ohio State. I think he's from Ohio State.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. I would have liked that for the Bears, because Bears is known for defense, and to have that guy who is fast and can be versatile, I felt like that should have been a pick. Because this halfback with these attributes, you could have got that at free agency.
Absolutely.
After week one, you got a basic run-of-the-mill running back here, so I didn't like it at all.
All right, so the Jets, I think this is a CPU pick, but CPU did good. Cornerback Jeffrey Okudah, 76 overall. He's got a hidden trait, 6'1", 200 pounds, good speed and acceleration, good agility, good man coverage. The Jets do like to play man coverage a lot. Aggressive play ball, discipline, penalty tendency. This is a bit of a home run pick here. I like this guy.
That's a slam dunk pick. Absolute slam dunk. Jets is another one that is great on defense. So to get another guy who can ball out is just slam dunk.
Yeah.
He grabs another player that fits his strength as well. I mean, slam dunk.
Yeah, this is great. This is a great pick. I love this pick right here. And set his draft board too. That's good.
Absolutely. That's the most impressive part.
So the Dolphins come back and take a speed guy, Jalen Reagor, normal development. Of course, the big thing here is the 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 95 agility, 93 jump. All those things jump off the page at you right here. I don't like undisciplined penalty tendency if you're running the ball on the outside. This guy's going to hold like hell. Kick return is good. So, I mean, this guy's going to be able to help him a lot. Probably replace Jakeem Grant after this season, too.
The Dolphins, I don't really like the pick. I felt it was a little bit of a reach. I know the 96 speed was just mesmerizing for him, so he had to go that way. But the defenses in the AFC East are going to have a problem with the receiving core of the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Bills. So I feel like in that division, you're going to have to play great defense, especially in the back end with your secondary, and you're going to have to score points. So getting a playmaker at wide receiver here with this type of speed and acceleration, it makes sense, but I thought it was a little bit of a reach.
Yeah, and his comment on the stream here says he agrees that it was a reach, but he had to take the physical traits over everything. So
I understand. I mean, I get it. The 96 speed, you can't teach speed, as they say. But I still think with the way the Dolphins play, and how smart he plays usually, there were still impact players available that would have been a better fit. But that 96 speed, you can't just throw that away. So I understand.
All right. T. Higgins for the Chiefs. Physical receiver from Clemson, 6'4", 216. You take a look at him. Of course, the catching stuff stands out. Just awesome. Jumping 91 out the gate is awesome. 90 speed, which means he can still move a little bit. Decent route stuff to come out with. And then all the traits. Oh, my gosh. He's got all the catching traits, fight for yards, all hits, cover ball. Just the complete receiver. I mean, it's a complete receiver to match up with Tyreek Hill like they needed more help.
I would make the comparison here to a Jerry Rice. He's not great at any one thing, but does everything well. As you said, all the traits, so that's going to help, especially in the clutch moments, which are going to be big. I am a little bit shocked that his release is 75. I think that is a little low. And I'm shocked that his speed is actually 90, because I felt like that would have been lower. Because he's not a speed guy at all. So to get this guy with this catching, with this what I would deem clutch ability, for sure handed catch, wide receiver. I mean, good pick. Definitely a good pick.
All right. Travis Etienne. Now, great player. Hidden trait from Clemson. Just incredible speed, acceleration, agility. I think Redskins took best player available because he has a guy already that does a really good job in Darius Geis from LSU. Is his main guy, but I'm pretty sure Etienne's gonna get the ball a good bit up there in Washington.
Yeah, I think this was best player available for Redskins, and when he knew the speed, I think he ran like a 4.25. I think in the combine. Everyone who plays Redskins know he loves speed everywhere, speed. So for seeing what was available for him, what he needed, I think it was a good pick for him. No, I don't understand with Darius Geis being there, so I would assume he's going to be looking to shop Darius Geis soon. So if you need a running back, Chicago, I would definitely talk to him, because with Travis Etienne, there's no need for Darius Geis anymore.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see. People have been trying to trade running backs, and I think one was traded in the off season. So I don't know. A lot of people don't seem to be going for running backs, but
Which I do agree with. Running backs is definitely not a position that you should spend major draft capital on. But for a guy like Darius Geis, if I was the Chicago, I would talk to Redskins, maybe a third round pick. It's some compensation, and it feels the need for him.
so Redskins is saying this guy has X factor, but my question to all of you guys saying your guys have this and that is, how do you know?
Yeah, well,
You guys have to remember that. When I imported this class, I made changes specifically so you guys wouldn't go download and see this thing somewhere else. So keep that in mind. You guys are cheating out here. Damn it.
there's a few of them. There's a few of them doing it.
All right. CD Lamb, Eagles CPU pick, receiver, hidden trait, 6'2". Got some good catching skills with him, good speed. This is another good overall receiver. 93 jumping is a nice thing to have. He's got a couple nice traits with him. Discipline penalty tendency is nice also. I mean, he's just a good player that'll go with Antonio Brown up there.
I agree. To me, this is also a slam dunk pick. Great player. I do think he was probably the best player available in terms of overall attribute wise. 93 jumping at 6'2" is going to be huge. Catching traffic, that is really, really big. Eagles computer did a great job for him in getting this pick for sure. Hopefully the Eagles can implement a spread scheme, a spread zone type of scheme. I know that all of their linemen are gone. So this is a great pick. I thought it was a great pick. It was a great pick.
All right, getting down to
77 carrying.
Oh yeah, that's good for a receiver.
Yes.
Bengals were looking for a defensive tackle. They took Derek Brown out of Auburn. Very good player in real life. I thought he was a little underrated here.
I agree.
93 strength though is impressive. I think this guy will grow very, very nicely in Cincinnati.
I agree. Definitely, his attributes are a little lower than I thought they would be. If there were a player that I thought would be 80 overall as a rookie in the draft, I thought it would have been Chase Young, and I thought it would have been Derek Brown.
Oh yeah.
Derek Brown was one of those guys in college that was just unstoppable, unblockable. And so it's a little shocking to see him only at 73. Hopefully he is a superstar X factor so he can build himself to who he is quickly. Because I was definitely a little bit shocked that his attributes are as low as they are. But good pick. It was a position of need. Easily the best defensive tackle in the draft. So can't go wrong there.
All right. Good stuff. CPU takes Bryce Hall for the Chargers. We'll look at him real quick. Another hidden development guy. Good speed and acceleration, jumping 94. I mean, he's got a lot of physical traits and discipline penalty tendency. I think the CPU did a good job for the Chargers right there. Good player.
Chargers got a cornerback for the future, for sure.
Texans take Kyle Duggar, strong safety. Well, he's changed to free safety now. 6'2", 217. Very fast. That's the big thing that stands out about this guy. Aggressive play ball is good. Discipline penalty tendency, big hitter. Strip ball, high motor. I mean, he's a good physical player. He's got some learning to do though.
Has a lot of learning to do. Definitely a project. That speed, hit power at 78. So definitely move to strong safety. There'll probably be a great guy to have in a sub package at strong safety and a user. I outside of that, there's not much I can say. There's not that tackle. I think that's tackle is kind of low. 72 is kind of low. But I don't really love the pick. I don't really love it. Not in the first round. This is someone I feel this is a second round player. They're just in the first round. You should always try to get someone that is ready to play right now.
Yep.
Unless your team is just completely set, i.e. Packers, i.e. Browns, and you could just go for somebody young to start to develop. But you should always get someone that can play right now, and I don't think this guy's ready to play right now.
Oh, there it is. Lee, you talked to Agape about that. So this was the guy I was going to pick at 27, but you stole him from me at 26. So I'll let you have this time to talk about Mr. Kenneth Murray.
So Kenneth Murray came down to him, and it came down to Okwara. The reason I went with Murray, he was 1 year younger at 21, so I would have more time to build him up. Obviously hitting trait. Kenneth Murray was obviously a star. But the main reason I went with Murray over Okwara, because I needed to build a linebacker of the future to run in the middle. With Samson Ebukam, or however you say his name. Yeah, and Okwara was more of a rushing linebacker. He was a speed rusher, which I had already selected one at number 6. So that's what it came down to for Kenneth Murray. Now, he's definitely a project. He's going to need time to be built up. But he has traits and attributes that are going to be ready to play. So you can expect him to start. 87 hit power, 84 speed. I wish that was a little bit higher. It should be a little bit higher, I believe. Tackle at 89. So he'll be a starter immediately and contribute.
Absolutely. All right. So Tua Tagovailoa is my pick at 27, and to be completely honest, this is the best player available pick for me. I did not expect Tua to be down here. I did not really look at quarterbacks. The only reason I looked at quarterbacks was out of interest. I was happy with Cam, even though he fumbles all the damn time, but you can't pass up this guy, when he just falls in your lap. So we took him, and the future's now because, Cam is getting older, and we're going to need more money to re-sign some guys. 6'1", 218, of course, they got the hidden trait. He fits into our scheme as a strong arm quarterback. The throw power is awesome at 92. That's only going to grow. He's got good enough accuracy to play right now. He's in a place where I got McCaffrey around him. I've got 3 receivers he can throw to. He's got a good offensive line in front of him, so it's set up for him to do well right out the gate. His carrying's already better than Cam at 71. Speed 80, acceleration 82. He can run a little bit when he needs to. The injuries at 95 is good. Stamina 94. He's going to play at his peak. I see someone made a comment about him being left-handed. I've played with a left-handed quarterback before. That's not a big deal for me. It's probably better for our offense because the way we, set up our formations and receivers and stuff. So I'm very happy, plus he's got tight spiral, which is, just awesome. So
I would say, to get this guy at 27, this was the best value pick of the draft. This was the steal of the draft. Everyone who took a quarterback and did not take this guy they're going to regret it very quickly, very soon. Tua Tagovailoa was the clear number 1 quarterback in this draft. Even with Joe Burrow there, he was the clear number 1 quarterback in this draft. So to get him at 27 was an absolute steal. Absolute steal.
So if anyone wants Cam Newton, you can let me know, but I'm probably not going to trade him. I'm probably going to cut him in the off season, and I'll do my articles, so I'll be good with the cap. I don't want to eat that cap penalty middle of the season because that's a lot for him. Yeah, I got an offer to trade him to the Cardinals for Kyler Murray. That's not going to happen.
Thank you.
And I know you love him. I'm sorry. Cardinals, but Murray is on the last year of his deal. He needs to be re-signed. That's not a good financial deal for us. I got Tua at 4 years on a rookie deal at 27. We're gonna make the most of that.
I can't wait till he has to re-sign Murray. Can't wait.
I know why you're salty about that, and you have a good reason. You have good reason to be. Absolutely.
I see in chat. Redskins posted Darius Geis is available. So if you need a running back, go get him.
Well, Cowboys pick 28th. I'll just let you have this one.
Cowboys. I think this was a computer pick, but
I don't know.
I think he said that he had lost Wi-Fi right before this pick happened.
Okay.
So I'm going to say the only thing that is good about this guy is his speed. But with with Zeke there, it still was not a position of need. This was still not a smart pick at all. But I mean, that speed is dangerous. 97 speed, 98 acceleration, agility only 90. That's kind of surprising. But he has nothing else going for him. There's nothing else that you want. So it's just a terrible pick. Not in the first round. Not in the first round.
So
I understand you can't teach speed, but man,
what I would do with this guy, and I'd have to look at his receiving stuff ain't that great, but I could use him in sub packages at receiver because that is great speed for a receiver, and you can use them a couple different ways. You could put them in the slot and use jet sweeps with them, and there's a lot of different things you can do with them. But I totally agree. It's not a first round pick. It's
yeah.
Not. It's not.
You don't spend a first round pick on a gadget player. I mean, he can definitely fulfill the Alvin Kamara role in terms of the passing game. Spit him out wide, go into a 5 wide set, have him on the edge, jet sweeps like you said. But at this pick, I'm going to assume he was on his draft board. This is the only way I can believe that the computer would have selected him.
He had to be. All right, so we got a couple. Let's see. Seahawks with a CPU pick. Christian Fulton. Oh gosh, normal development. LSU corner though. He's got good speed, acceleration, agility, man cover corner, 93 jumping, aggressive play ball, but he's undisciplined. So you gotta be careful when you play him in man coverage. He could get you some pass interference penalties. Jonathan Taylor was the Titans pick at number 30. He's got a hidden trait from Wisconsin. Running back. I don't know if he's looking to get rid of Derrick Henry or not, but I mean he's a good too. Yeah, he's a power guy.
Hated that pick.
Yeah, I don't see it in the first round. Even though it's late first, still this is a guy you could have gotten in the second round easily.
Yep.
In my opinion.
There were still players on the board that could have helped him right now.
Yeah, he got a tough AFC. I mean, he's kind of like me. He gets into like the divisional or conference championship, and you can't get past that hump, and you got to find something to get you over the hump. You need a difference maker to do that, and this guy's not a difference maker.
He went and got a Derrick Henry Jr. That's what he went and got, and I hate the pick.
Yeah. Packers take Laviska Shenault Jr., 6'2" receiver from Colorado. He's got a hidden trait. And he's overall he's a good receiver. Late first round. I mean, he's a good receiver that will grow with a new quarterback in Green Bay. But I mean, nothing really stands out about him, I'd say.
I agree. To me, this was a Devontae Adams clone. About the same size, same type of attributes, same skill level. So if he's looking to move on from Devontae Adams, then I understand. I like the player. I don't like the pick in this position. But there wasn't a lot of needs for Packers either. He doesn't need anything on defense. At all three levels, he's fine.
Yes,
maybe could use a linebacker maybe could have used a linebacker, more of a field general, because I know he uses mostly, but Blake Martinez I don't think is an elite linebacker.
It doesn't matter. Trust me, I know it doesn't matter. Damn it.
So I understand the pick. From what was available, I understand.
All right, now last pick we're going to look at is CPU pick center Tyler Biadasz from Wisconsin for the Browns. His strength's all right. He's got some good, attributes in the run and pass game. Definitely a guy you can start right now. He's a good offensive lineman.
Yeah, pretty good. He definitely could start right now. To have 76 awareness as a rookie, that's pretty good. I'll probably move him to guard for a little while until you can build him up more. Then he can take over that center position. In my first round draft analysis, I call him Tyler Badass. So we'll see how he turns out. But the Browns are a team that can just go best player available. They're loaded at every level, at every position on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So whoever they chose, it was an okay pick for them. At 32, you can only hope to get someone that you can plug and start right away. So not a bad pick at all.
All right, so like I said, in the interest of time, that's all we're going to do right now as far as the draft recap show goes on. I'll do more in articles, and I'll kind of, give out some draft grades as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream, after we cut this off, I'm going to stream this, and then after I get done streaming it, I'll use it for reference. We'll advance to preseason. Preseason advances will go every 15 minutes for weeks 1, 2, and 3. Remember, you can only sign one free agent for the entire preseason outside of kickers and punters. I'm aware of the CPU making signings for teams that are not here. I'm totally aware of that. There's nothing I can do about it. But if you are participating, I know who you are. And if you sign more than one guy, you know what will happen. He'll get moved down to about one speed until you get rid of him, and then I'll sign him and fix him and then put him back in the free agent pool. Agape, thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. And stay tuned for the advance to preseason, guys. Thanks for watching.